Ever felt like you're trying to get into a really cool club, but they keep asking for more and more ID? You know, like, you show them your driver's license, and they're like, "That's cute, but we need your birth certificate, your grandma's maiden name, and a blood sample." Yeah, that's kind of what navigating crypto exchange verification can feel like sometimes, right? Especially when you're trying to unlock all the features and get those higher trading limits. And speaking of that, have you ever wondered what those levels actually mean when you're looking at Kraken? You see these tiers, these starter, intermediate, pro, and you're thinking, okay, cool, but what's the difference, and which one do I really need? Well, you're in the right place, because today we're diving deep into the Kraken verification levels. We're going to break down exactly what each tier unlocks, what documents you'll need, and most importantly, help you figure out which level is the perfect fit for your crypto journey. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's just briefly touch on why these verification levels exist in the first place. You might be thinking, isn't crypto supposed to be anonymous? And while that's a fair question, the reality is that regulations and compliance are becoming increasingly important in the crypto space. Exchanges like Kraken are required to adhere to Know Your Customer, KYC, and anti-money laundering, AML, regulations. This is to prevent things like fraud, money laundering, and terrorist financing. So, while it might seem like a bit of a hassle, it's actually a necessary step to ensure a safer and more secure environment for everyone. Okay, so let's get into the first level, the starter verification. This is the absolute basic level, and as you might expect, it comes with the most limitations. Think of it as the visitor's pass to the Kraken Club. With starter verification, you'll be able to deposit and withdraw crypto, but your limits will be very restricted. We're talking relatively small amounts, which might be okay if you're just dipping your toes into crypto or testing the platform. But for anyone serious about trading or investing, this level is likely going to be too restrictive. To get starter verification, you'll typically need to provide some basic personal information, like your name, date of birth, and country of residence. It's usually a pretty quick and straightforward process, but remember, the limitations are significant. Now, let's move on to the intermediate verification, which is where things start to get a bit more interesting. This is generally the sweet spot for most users. It unlocks significantly higher deposit and withdrawal limits, both for crypto and fiat currencies. You'll have access to more features and trading options, making it a much more versatile account. To achieve intermediate verification, you'll need to provide more detailed information. This typically includes your full legal name, date of birth, residential address, and a valid government-issued ID. This could be a passport, driver's license, or national ID card. Kraken might also ask for a proof of address document, like a utility bill or bank statement, to verify your residence. The process for intermediate verification usually takes a bit longer than the starter level, as Kraken needs to verify the documents you provide. However, the increased limits and features are generally worth the wait. This level is ideal for users who plan to trade regularly, deposit and withdraw larger amounts, and access a wider range of crypto assets. Now, let's talk about the Pro verification level. This is the VIP section of the Kraken Club, reserved for high-volume traders, institutions, and those who require the highest possible limits. With Pro verification, you'll have access to the absolute maximum limits Kraken offers, along with personalized support and other exclusive benefits. To achieve Pro verification, you'll need to provide even more detailed information, including financial statements, proof of income, and possibly even business registration documents if you're an institutional client. Kraken might also require a video verification call or an in-person meeting. The Pro verification process is the most rigorous and time-consuming, but it's designed for those who need the highest level of access and support. This level is ideal for professional traders, institutions, and high-net-worth individuals who require the absolute maximum limits and personalized service. Now, you might be wondering, which level is right for me? Well, it really depends on your individual needs and circumstances. If you're just starting out and want to test the waters, the starter level might be sufficient. But if you plan to trade regularly and deposit and withdraw larger amounts, the intermediate level is likely the best option. And if you're a high-volume trader or an institution, the pro level is the way to go. It's also important to consider the processing times for each verification level. The starter level is usually the quickest, followed by the intermediate level, and then the pro level, which can take several days or even weeks. So, if you need to access higher limits quickly, it's best to start the verification process as soon as possible. Another thing to keep in mind is the security of your documents. When you're uploading sensitive information like your ID and proof of address, you want to make sure you're doing it on a secure platform. Kraken uses industry-standard security measures to protect your data, but it's always a good idea to double-check the website address and make sure you're on the official Kraken site. Now, let's talk about some common mistakes people make during the verification process. One of the most common mistakes is uploading blurry or unreadable documents. Make sure your documents are clear and legible, and that all the information is visible. Another common mistake is providing incorrect information. Double-check all the information you provide to ensure it's accurate and matches the information on your documents. It's also important to follow Kraken-specific instructions for each verification level. They may have specific requirements for the types of documents they accept, the file formats, and the size of the files. So, make sure you read the instructions carefully and follow them closely. And finally, be patient. The verification process can take time, especially for the intermediate and pro levels. Don't get discouraged if it takes a few days or even a week. Just be patient, and Kraken will eventually verify your account. Now, to recap, the starter level is for basic access, the intermediate level is for regular trading and higher limits, and the pro level is for high-volume traders and institutions. Remember to provide clear and accurate documents, follow Kraken's instructions, and be patient. Understanding these verification levels is crucial for maximizing your experience on Kraken. It allows you to tailor your account to your specific needs, whether you're a casual trader or a seasoned professional. By knowing what each level offers, you can make informed decisions and avoid any unnecessary delays or limitations. And just a quick reminder, always, double-check you are on the legitimate Kraken website when uploading any documents, and never share any sensitive information outside of the official Kraken platform. Phishing is a real threat, so stay vigilant. With that said, thanks for watching and until next time.